had it, folks. It's more official than the ref for the whistle. It's waiting. Kicking it with me, the P to G on Rated PG, and as always with LeBroski.
Yeah, Broski.
Oh shit, that was almost smooth.
almost. And we have our very, very special guest, Tyler Chronicles. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You can follow me on Instagram at P Diddy Boppa. If you type in a P Diddy, then a B, you see a skinny nigga that looks like me.
And I'm KAPDROSKI. I'm the first white guy Boppa.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, he is though. And Tyler Chronicles, man, it's me on there. I don't really have no white people on my shit. Now, I don't know if y'all seen his page, but he got hold on, yo.
It's fine now.
Oh, I'm sorry.
He don't. I can't.
My bad.
Right.
I don't got that shit. Excuse me.
Oh, no, it's all Gucci, folks. But Tyler, thank you for coming out and sitting with us on Rated PG.
Hey, man, thanks for having me on Rated PG, man.
For those who have not seen the show, it is not Rated PG, not even a little bit. And what shows do you have coming
What's
up?
the PG stand for? Really parental guidance?
No, it can be
like Piere and
Guyton. That's my actual name.
Okay, there you go. Give it to him. Guyton.
Somebody said pussy gremlin. And I was like, okay. They said, don't feed him nothing after midnight.
Don't give him no pussy after midnight and they get bumps on his back.
Yeah.
That's called herpes, man.
Then somebody else said, what's that other one? Pussy greeter.
Pussy breeder. Oh, man. Alright.
Another idea somebody had was physically gifted, had a black dude just flexing.
Okay. Can I tell you what you look like though?
Go ahead.
A parrot gatherer. Like you got like 12 parrots. Nigga, and they always be on your shoulders and shit. You know how to make them come to your shoulders.
That's a new one. I thought I was gonna get the Frozone.
What's that?
Frozone from The Incredibles.
No, you look. Oh, you talking about who you look like? Right. Oh, no, I got 1,000 of them. But I was talking about just the PG shit.
Oh, gotcha.
Okay, you look like 4 Eyes, the rapper. You may not know who that is.
I do not.
4 Eyes and E, stupid though.
He's like cracked safes on a.
Nigga like he was on Oceans too.
My only job is to break into some shit. If you guys didn't know who he is, Tyler Chronicles is a comedian.
Yes.
Also an actor.
To begin with.
Also writer.
Yes, indeed.
That's what I wanted to talk to you primarily, but I did not know that you, I don't know if it shouldn't be a secret, I saw in Joe Biden that you like pretty much write for everyone on the show.
Yeah.
More or less.
On a few shows. On the show Bossip, I have on BossipTV, write for myself, help some of the other people out on the show as well, because we have, in the round type of stuff, and we have green screens, so you just kind of help when you can punch up stuff, right? You know how we do with as comedians. Also on Wild'n Out, especially with the new cast members that come on, a lot of them are in the social media field and not so much into performing. So, you got to really kind of coach them because their first performance is about to be in front of a live ass audience. It ain't like going to do your first set at the open mic with 15 people and whatever. Now this shit, the light, you can feel the light, like the heat of the light hurts. And so you got that, the special guests that come on the show, they get there like an hour before the show or whatever, and then I gotta prep them, and I need to have jokes ready for people that's, like reality stars and all that. They ain't really have that type of stage presence. Rappers usually have their rap shit down, but you still gotta have stuff ready for them. And also some of the time, when some of the vets need help, all the way up to Nick, if he does 1,000 different things, so he might walk up to you and be like, give me something real quick for this, you know what I'm saying? What do you think about this joke right here? So, yeah, essentially, I write for everybody.
How did you get started, I know not everybody writes.
But we're writers. If you go on stage, even if you don't physically write, you're gonna have to recall, meaning people that say they don't write jokes, they still recall them. They're gonna go do that joke and they're like, all right, I need to remember this, and this. These 3 things about that was funny. And then they say the same things over and over again until it's written in their heads. You know what I'm saying?
I don't write.
Okay, yeah.
When I go back and write it after I say it, at the same time, most of the time when I come up with property, will be my best stuff. Like when I go out to another city, I'm just talking about stuff I see in the city.
Correct.
And then I come back and I write it, and then all of a sudden I got 15 minutes off of a 7-minute set.
You're not alone. You're not alone. That is the way to do it. And also, just something may happen funny while you're driving or you're at the mall or some shit, and it's funny. You're like, oh, I can remember that, but you still need to probably jot it down just to help your recall. Because they say, it's wrinkles in your brain. If you think of something, you get a very small wrinkle in your brain. You say something, you get an even deeper wrinkle in your brain. If you write something down, it's the deepest wrinkle, and that's usually the one that sticks.
I like that. What got you started in entertainment? Like, did you start off doing like theater or like I don't know.
Oh man, shit. To go back to the very beginning, 3rd grade, I was Shaka Zulu, for real. I was Shaka Zulu. I auditioned for the role. Everybody did it in class, stood up. We had to remember your parts to audition. I was Shaka Zulu, but we was doing a play that was kind of like a Christmas Carol or whatever the fuck that white shit is. Where the dude goes back and has Ghost of Christmas Past.
Christmas. I don't know. Some shit was
Christmas Carol, right? By Charles Dickens. Whatever, y'all. If it's 2 white people watching this, they hit us up. So it was like that, but this was a young gangbanger that was going to Africa to see where we was in the past, present, future in terms of Africa. I was Shaka Zulu, that was my part. And it wasn't just for the school though. I'm from Los Angeles. I went to Baldwin Hills. Yeah, Inglewood to be exact. But I went to Baldwin Hills Elementary, and our teacher's aide, she was graduating, and I don't know if y'all know this, but like schools like UCLA, UNC, they have a full graduation, but then they also have black graduation, like African American Association type of graduation. Yeah, hold other ceremony, so that black people, that's been happening for a long time.
They still do that now.
They still do that now. I mean, everybody can attend the full thing, but they just have an African, because it's usually a small amount of students in terms of how many is going to graduate throughout that day. I'm not here to defend it, but that's just what it was and is. So we did that play for her graduating class. So nigga, it was like probably 7,000-8,000 people at my first play. 3rd grade.
It said no flex, but you know.
3rd grade, we killed that shit. So that was like my first taste of loving it. Fast forward, I played ball in college, high school and college, and coached a little bit afterwards.
What, football?
Basketball. Yeah.
Big ass nigga on the court.
Yeah, that was. I was never this big. This is not my playing weight. This is living a different life after playing basketball. I was slim. I was a slasher. Fast forward to after messing around with basketball and shit, I moved out here working with the Hawks, and I met. Oh shit, he walked out. Remo Rod was doing improv. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, yo, I want you in my improv group. So I started with them, one another homie.
Apache.
Yeah, Apache.
I did for research.
Oh, word, my nigga, for sure. So yeah, we did a bunch of shows all around the city, but Apache was like our mainstay where people knew they could find us, at least once a month. Another brother on the squad, Southside Trio, Amir, he was doing stand-up at the time, and he was needing a ride to a stand-up spot in fucking Kennesaw or somewhere far, some shit called the Cave. And wanted to go out there, and I went out there, and the host asked me that I want to do stand-up, and I was like, fuck it, yeah. And I went up there, and I just did what I did best.
First try.
Nah, that wasn't it's not the UCLA story. I did well, but you know what I'm saying, I didn't do that long, you know what I mean? So I just went up there and did what I did best. I just was roasting shit, what we was at, the ride there, just talking about what happened. And just kind of caught the bug from there. Y'all know how it is when you get on stage. If you do good, you're gonna want to do it more. If you do bad, you're gonna want to do better the next time. So
somebody told me being a comedian is like being a crackhead. And I was like, what you mean? They said no matter how bad that rock is, you're gonna want another one.
I'm gonna call it football.
What you mean?
Because I've seen a lot of niggas quit. Niggas don't really quit crack. I see a lot of niggas quit comedy though, and maybe even come back. It's like, you know what I'm saying, if you play football or new niggas play football, you taking them hits.
Shit hurts.
Only the motherfuckers that really love football keep coming back. And niggas that don't love it, they walking up that hill with the motherfucking shoulder pads in their hands and they are done with it. Mm-hmm. So that's what I like comedy is. I've seen a lot of people quit, a lot of people take breaks, you know what I'm saying, because it's a grind and you gotta love it. Will Ferrell called it a lonely sport.
You want comedy?
Yes.
Yeah.
Stand-up comedy is what I have to actually, I guess, decipher nowadays what I'm talking about. Stand-up comedy, one of the hardest things to do for anybody. It's the second biggest fear. Like niggas is scared of heights. So stage fright, and then snakes is after stage fright.
I believe it.
Yes.
But I was watching an interview you had with Joe Byers, and I was about to ask, like, how do you develop material, but actually it was like, you know, we talked about this before we started shooting, to open up your own room and start hosting.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? 'Cause you start hosting, you just make time.
You have to. And you have a different level of comfort when you're hosting. It's not like, all right, I only have 5 minutes to impress these people. It's like, all right, I'm all y'all got it. You know what I'm saying? So that takes pressure off you, that takes pressure off them. So then it's like, all right, this is when I'm going to try some shit. This is when I keep trying that one joke that doesn't really work. I'm going to see where it goes, where it fucking goes in my set, or where it goes just in general, or how to say it. Do I ask a question to lead into it? How do I transition? Is it a 3-part joke? Is it a 2-part joke? Shit like that. So hosting, you can get all that done in a day. You get a week's worth of stage done in one night if you do it right. That's what I was doing, hosting Cloud9, hosting different spots. It was one point in time, I was hosting 4 nights a week. So I was getting in
hella time.
I was getting in damn near 100, 140 minutes a week just off hosting, and then, you know, still hitting some spots and doing like 10, 15.
And it seems like doing that much time over any amount of time just gives you a certain level of not confidence, but just assurance in what you say is going to be funny.
Yeah, it's more experience, just like being able to handle shit that happens. Just like me and Ronnie did a show this weekend, and the promoter asked me to, well, whatever, it just comes out. The promoter asked me to set him up to propose to his girl in the middle of my set. Okay. And I did it. Shit went crazy, and I still have 15 minutes. You know what I'm saying?
Because I was in the middle.
Yeah, but it was good. My experience through all this shit, performing in front of niggas shooting pool and shooting dice and the pit bull and the goddamn by the stage, all that shit that been happening in my life prepared me to be able to handle that shit with no problem.
You know what I'm saying? Since that went so well, probably the next 15 minutes probably went better.
Yeah, everybody was good. Yeah, it was still a way to navigate it because, you know, people still wanted to talk and you know, about what was happening, but you just control the crowd. You don't let it control you.
Somebody asked me a while back. No, it was Johanse actually. I had him on the show. Johanse. He's been doing comedy since he was like 19. He told me so. Like, sure. He's been doing it over 10 years now. Mm-hmm. And like he asked me what did I want from comedy, and I said I just want to get paid for my comedic content, whether that be from me writing or performing or just being I wrote this down, a creative correspondent.
Okay. I think you about to ask me that?
Well, what I was going to ask you was, which would you rather do? Like, if you got paid, let's say $2 million a year to either write or to perform comedy. Like, you can do whatever you want, but you would get primarily paid for one. Which one would you take? I say writing.
Can I pause you real quick? I think you need to speak directly to something and think bigger about that. There's a lot of people that are getting paid for comedy. Right. It doesn't mean that they are being successful at it. Mm-hmm. Now, I know that's your level of success, but I think you want more than just to get paid. Right. I think you want to find different levels. You may want to fucking run a network one day, or you might want to be a vice president, or you might want to be a showrunner. You need to speak directly to that. You need to say those exact words.
I know you have your vision board.
Yes.
I've seen that as well.
Yes.
Yes. But I was just talking like primarily for that question, like, when I first started comedy, my idea of making it when I first started like 3 years ago was nothing like it is right now.
Understood.
So like at that time I was like, I don't want to work anymore. Put it like that. I want to get paid enough money where I can not work and just perform and do comedy and do other things. And that be my source of income. Okay. That's what I meant by it. So he was just saying like, if I said I could either write or perform, that's what I like doing right now. He was like, so if you could only do one, which would that be? Like if you got paid $2 million right now.
Yeah, I get joy out of performing. You know, it's instant feedback. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? But I get a different feeling from writing because it's something that you formulate, you take time, you feed to someone, they actually like it, they take it in, and they go and they do it, and it's good. It's like, boom, shit, that was me right
That's
there.
what I'm saying.
I ain't even gotta tell nobody, but there's still no feeling like me looking someone dead in the eyes while they're crying, laughing. Right. You can't. That's the cocaine part. Like, that's what I like cocaine. That's why you gotta keep getting back up there. That feeling right there, man, is unmatched. It's like dunking on a motherfucker.
Like you can teach somebody how to dunk, but dunk on somebody.
And people go crazy.
Like, I taught you how to dunk, but
I don't know, man. Listen. So yeah, man. I love performing, but writing is a different feeling.
Have you ever been starstruck meeting somebody? Like from all your time doing stand-up, like you just turned around and seen somebody like, oh shit, froze.
Shoot, I would have to think about that. I saw Dave Chappelle. You know what I mean? But it wasn't like it was like I was at the spot and he just showed up. You know, I went to one of the shows, but I was like in awe of his skill set more so than his fame.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like just the way that he delivers jokes. You know what I'm saying? It's like he teaches a lesson real quick and then he throws a motherfucker just a ring at the end just to kill you with it. It's like, oh, that shit is so good.
Like I like that Iceberg Slim story you were telling me. It's Netflix. That shit.
Yeah, man. Yes. All that shit. Shout out to Dave Chappelle, man. One of the greatest to do it.
What was it here? How often are you like writing? Like do you like I know y'all when they said they gotta do some editing and stuff like that, or like do you just have a whole bunch of different people contacting you for like content or like advice on writing at all times?
Yeah, I wouldn't say at all times, but you know, a good amount of time people just hit me up and there was a lot of since I've been doing a while now shit, especially a lot of the social media stars that are transferring or
Making the switch.
Yeah, to jumping on stage, they hit me a lot about helping out with their jokes and their set and shit like that. I just helped somebody out earlier today. And then plus, I had a couple opportunities, you know, writing for some different, you know, network shows in a different kind of setting, and it's scripted. So now that I saw that, it's like, all right, I got a different idea. So now every day I'm writing on my own shit. I'm like, okay, I'm seeing how this shit is going, and it's not easy, but it's not difficult either. It just takes some work, just like anything else. So I spend every day working on something for myself because I've spent damn near the last year behind the scenes working on shit for other people's dreams.
Like, did you take any courses on writing or?
Nah, nigga. I ain't trying to. I'm a shout out to Mitch Marchand, man, comedian. He's from New York. But
he was on the show. I did show there.
Oh, okay, for
Marlon
sure.
Yeah. Working with like Marlon Wayans.
Yeah, he used to be out here working on his set and living out here in Atlanta for a while. Moved to LA, but he told me about some books to read, and I'm really high right now, so I can't think of the name of them. But I think one of them is a writer's guide and some other shit. But anyway, so you know, reading was one thing I do, but I haven't taken a course on writing. I just kind of got thrown into the fire with the Wild'n Out thing. Then same person hired me for to write for the social media awards that they had for BET. So I wrote the copy for that, and then they did Love and Hip Hop did an award show directly after that. They had me come in there and write that script for that. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, I'm just on the wing though. I'm reading all that shit and just like. But at the end of the day, as comedians, funny is funny. You know what I'm saying? Let me back up. I went to college and I took writing and communications, and I wrote a lot of stories I've been writing for a long time. So like, I don't want people to just think,
oh yeah, I'm just out here
I'm just fresh genius in it. You know what I'm saying? I ain't Rain Man in the shit, but I haven't had any, you know, formal, you know, writing scripts type training. Hell no. I just make motherfuckers laugh.
I just go out and do it.
That's it, yeah.
I usually ask people this too. I'm gonna get to that in a minute. How did you get into like being a creative correspondent, like writing? It's just like people just saw you performing all the time and just wanted to talk and pick your brain about stuff. And
so you talking about for a while now?
Just in, like I know, like you write for Bossip as well, and I know I seen the interview you had like 6 months ago. It was like Lady Circle or something like that.
Sister Circle. Yeah, shout out to them. Sister Circle. Yeah.
Like that's when you said you pretty much do like all the writing, pretty much like for Bossip.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Like how did they like approach you, or did you approach them like, hey, I can do this? Because I know
let me tell you. Let me take you through this story, man. Because Atlanta is how long you been doing comedy in Atlanta?
2.5, 3 years.
So you probably been doing like little projects, people hitting you up to do some shit, and it just feels like it's a nothing project at the time.
Yeah.
So let me run this shit. With Bossip, they were trying to do a sitcom a long time ago, about 4 or 5 years ago, and they had auditions. Now a few years ago, I don't know if y'all was living out here, but it snowed and shut the city down, right? So they had auditions that day at one of the days after the snow and shit, and I wasn't even gonna go. But I said, fuck it, I'm gonna go. And I was 2 hours late because the address was kind of a fucked up situation, and that was before Waze was out, and it was like a real solid GPS system out here in the world. So I was like, fuck it, but I still went. Auditioned for the shit, made it, boom. So it becomes a sitcom. It's a 6-episode kind of pilot trying to pitch it to people, but they had it funny. They paid us a little bit, and it was dope. We did those 6 episodes, but nobody wanted to pick it up. Fast forward, I'm doing a job that's some other shit. It's a Love and Hip Hop after party. It was hosted by Big Tigger. It was like one of the first seasons of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, and they would come on and talk about what happened on the show, but it was a live show. It was teleprompter. Big Tigger was the host. Now Big Tigger was hosting a radio show, so he couldn't be there for the rehearsals. I would sit in for Big Tigger and act as him, so they could go through the camera blocking, the teleprompter. So I'm wired, I'm mic'd up for like 8 hours out of this day, and I'm being me. I'm making everybody laugh, having a good time. There's a lady in my ear, named Allison, and she's helping me, telling me what to do, what they need for the prompter, blah, blah, blah. Fast forward, the Bossip sitcom didn't work, but the owner of Bossip said, all right, what if we do it like kind of a news show? Would y'all be interested in that? WeTV was like, yes. Or it was the other way around. WeTV asked Bossip, would it be interested in that? She was like, yes. She was like, all right, we're gonna hook you up with a production company. We like that guy that y'all had. Oh shit, I forgot a part. For the sitcom shit that didn't work, they had me come weekly and just do like do a spot, like just kind of recap the news.
Right.
Yeah, I'm all on green screen all the time, killing that shit. They was getting some views on videos. So they were like, WeTV was like, we like the guy that y'all have online that's already, doing that. And there was another girl, Mara Chan, shout out to Mara. We like them, we want to have an interview with them about this show. We're gonna send a production team. Get on there, we do a Skype interview. As soon as I hear her voice, I'm like, oh shit, that's the lady from Love and Hip Hop that was in my ear that I never met from 2 or 3 years ago. She's the producer of the new Bossip show that's about to hire us to do this shit. And you was like, oh, and this was smooth. It wasn't like no interview or nothing. They was like, this is what we gonna do, this is how we gonna do it. Shot the sizzle, and we 2 seasons in, man, from there. And it's been a blessing. It's super dope just to think how I used to just go up there. I got my car broken into one time. I was like, man, why am I doing this shit right here? Shit was like $100, you know what I'm saying, which was good money, you know what I'm saying, for what I was doing. But it was taking the whole day. I would leave there, go straight to try to get on stage and shit. But all that little, I'm saying this long ass story to say, all the little shit you do builds up. I got a bunch of stories like that, the little shit I've done in Atlanta that came back around.
Full circle.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
It's like Anthony Driver always say, I'm when I very first got started, he was the only person that I met that was like getting booked on a lot of shows. I was like, how do you get booked? Because a lot of people asked him, he was like, you just gotta kill it. Just kill it.
Be cool.
Right. And he was like, just show up, show out, don't leave as soon as you get off stage.
That's it.
Just hang around.
That's it.
Network. You go.
And it only take one or 2 times, man. In those spots we were talking about, you wasn't getting up at. You just get up 1 time, 2 times, then all the comedians that's regulars vouch.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that's something.
Oh no, because there were other places like that. Because I know what you said. I never got mad when I never got on stage and not be there first. And I was like, I look at it this way: if you at a strip club and you are responsible for the dancers and the entertainment, okay, a lot of women want to dance.
Right.
Everybody want to dance. But can you dance? How can you dance?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not willing to just
drinking.
Right. I'm not willing to just throw you up there because you're excited about dancing. And I was like, so I understand that. That's why I don't even trip. I was like, I look goofy. Like, I understand that. Like, I don't look like I could be funny for 2 minutes.
Hey, man.
But I was like, so
when you get the chance, you're ready. That's all this.
I was like, and I tell you, that's my element. I'm surprising. Because people don't know the thing that they listen to. This nigga.
I never do that.
And I'm like, yeah, 100%.
I've been around comedy long enough to know not to judge what somebody looks
like.
But
That's all.
I can see what you're saying.
Well, some people, they just look like, I don't know about this nigga.
Yeah. Nah, that's why I used to like doing the real hood clubs. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't have all these tattoos and all this shit for that long. So when I first started doing comedy, so I looked really square. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And the motherfuckers would not expect me to say the shit I was about to say. I think it intensified what was actually happening.
I'm like, this girl asked me if I pulled out, and I said, shit, bitch, I'll tongue punch your fart box.
Right.
Pulling out is the least of your
It's your colon.
And they be like, what? I'm like, yeah, I'll eat that shit like apple fritter. You know what I'm saying? They be like, oh my God.
Chicken daddy face.
don't need booty. Let me ask, what was it? How important, well, I already know the answer to this. How important is it to stay consistent? Oh, like that's you just have to, because if you don't,
yeah, I mean,
get nowhere.
I mean, let me say something that may not be said about being consistent. Once you do get to where you feel like you're good, you gotta go harder.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like when you feel like shit is happening, like the lulls can come, and you just was successful doing some shit, and now it's like, oh shit, I'm in the lull.
Right.
And people get to wondering what happened to you, and that shit gets fucking with your mental. So you just gotta have something on your own to just be consistent with. You know what I'm saying?
My little brother told me this. He's 22 now, and he was like, bro, you don't need to slow down. I'm just saying direction is more important than speed. And I was like, oh. And he was like, cause you can fuck around going nowhere fast, bro.
Man, listen.
And I was like,
listen, that's what I was saying. You got all these ideas on the board from the last year or so. And I'm like, yo, before anybody tell me a new idea that they got, we got to finish one of these motherfuckers and get them off the board. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that's direction over trying to do a whole bunch of shit. You know what I mean?
But this is the question I was gonna ask you. What was your most memorable bomb?
Okay, that's good because I was talking about this shit the other day. I've been booed once. I've had sets where I think I've done well for the crowd wise, but I knew that I wasn't shit compared to what I can do. I've had a few of those. I can't really say I had like really bomb sets, but a college show. I don't even know how many years I've been in, maybe 3, 4. It's the weirdest shit ever. I'm doing the show. I kind of get some small laughs at the beginning. I get some medium laughs trying to start, and then I start picking up the momentum, and I get a fucking standing ovation worth of laughs on one of my jokes, right? So I'm in my zone. Then I do a joke about Drake, my nigga, and it's something about you. I don't know if y'all remember that song, No Lie, No Lie. Yeah. I was just like, I don't know why Drake think he can speak to the real niggas sounding like he does on that song. Real niggas say word, yeah. I was like, I bet that nigga was doing like this in the studio, and they stood up and booed the fuck off. They blew my Chuck Taylors off, nigga. Yo, booed the fuck out of me.
That's kind of different. You try their idol, bro.
I fuck with Drake too, but I thought like I feel like he was dope enough to be able to take a joke. Like if he heard it, he would have been fine.
Do you remember at Village Theater You Got Time when they booed me off stage? Because I said I don't eat booty. As soon as I did, they booed me. And you got on stage, you was like, Pete, that was funny. But I'm gonna say this: they didn't boo you because you said you don't eat booty. They booed you because you look like you eat booty.
You're a liar. No one likes a liar.
No one likes a liar. And I got booed that night. I lost that competition.
He didn't get booed. You got clapped off.
Same difference.
No, it ain't. That's when they tell you to clap somebody off. The thing that's different than just niggas booing on their own recognizance. Niggas told niggas to clap, and that was part of the shit. The booing was not part of it. Colleges are always tough. We know when you first starting off, they're always tough. That school, it was a black school, but you couldn't curse. Yeah, so when you're a young comic, you curse a lot, so you kind of be in your head about
what not to say.
Yeah, so that's why I believe I gotta make the excuse. That's why I believe I gotta.
And the crowd different, but they can't drink either.
They can't drink, and it's 7 o'clock in the afternoon. It's early as hell.
And they just already funny. Yeah, they don't really even know about comedy.
But I love college shows now. I fucking, especially black college. Oh man, the energy on that shit is amazing, amazing.
You got any questions for Mr. Caps?
I was about to say Cap over there like security. That nigga ain't said.
Stuck like Chuck. Don't get no.
Nah, I know how it is though, man. Getting up in these stages, boy.
Yeah, I mean, really anything I gotta ask, like, what would you say to somebody, like, how often do you feel like you gotta flex your comedy muscle, like get on stage versus like on the right and stuff?
Every day if you can, because this shit is like basketball. It's like a free throw for real. Like, you gotta keep shooting that motherfucker. Even if you one of the top players, you gotta keep shooting that free throw. You gotta keep getting on stage. Like, put it up to you like this. Eddie Murphy, one of the best comedians of all time. On 106 & Park, years ago, they asked him would he ever think about doing stand-up or a comedy special. And he said that he felt like he would have to do at least 100 open mics to feel comfortable enough to do a special. Now this is one of the greatest of all time. I'm talking about it.
Yeah.
But he knows the importance of practicing rhythm. And if you've ever missed being on stage for like a week or two, which I have filmed,
It's different.
shit, you feel your balance. You feel your shit being off a little bit.
Like your heart start beating a little faster.
Yeah.
Your hands might start shaking.
Yeah, your transitions may get a little slow. You
Start
may
breathing a
stumble
little
here and
heavy.
there. So you gotta do as much as you can. That's why I tell people, especially like when I go to small towns and do comedy shows and be a comedian there, and they be like, man, it ain't nowhere to be. I'm like, man, you can just Google open mics and go to a fucking jazz concert or a karaoke, poetry night, anything with an open mic, and they got people signing up. Everybody loves comedy. They won't be mad at you for doing comedy at these places.
When first thing I found out, get a microphone. You
Get
get
your
a microphone
microphone.
from big speaker, and you ain't got one, find a DJ in that city.
Come on. Now you're saying something.
You got something. So that's why I'm like, I traveled just because like before I was 17, I probably lived in like 4 or 5 different states, like Memphis, South Carolina, Atlanta, Florida twice, and
Right.
a couple different places.
Right.
Like that.
You hit all the dark skinned nigga areas.
Basically, I went to all the good mid schools, so I got
Okay.
to play basketball and still get beat up by 18-year-old dudes.
Yeah.
When I was 12, we was in the same damn grade.
Right.
Nigga named after food.
Right. Biscuit.
You know that's great. But we got about a minute left, folks. I want to thank you guys for tuning in with us on Radio PG, and thank you for coming through with us as well, Mr. Tyler Chronicles.
Yeah. Appreciate y'all, man, for sure though.
What you got going on? You know the rule is waist below, man. Come on.
Nah, he got you to look dead ass. I saw you see it, and it happened to you. But if you're
What you
following,
finna ask? My bad.
So, yeah,
My bad, yeah.
When you get somebody with their own shirt, like
It's hard. It's hard.
Sets the room.
well, but always, so you can follow him at Tyler Chronicles on Instagram.
Yeah, my www is that as well.
And I'm Piere S. Cargo.
Cap Drosky.
And I'll be black. If that's all right with you.
Yeah.
Au revoir. I bid you adieu.
Yeah. Now be white for money, right?